for it. Hey, there it is. Okay. Everybody's gonna hate me. And that's fine. Because I play slivers. So, here's a quick overview of what the deck looks like. Let's put the little boys over there. Let's go through some of the shenanigans. So, mind you, this has been a deck 10 years in the making since I first saw Slivers back in 2014 in the core main set they were released in. So, when you see all this, when you see Imperial Seal, Grim Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric, Profane, Tainted, and the land base, which you need the rainbow, it's 10 years in the making. That being said, I've been a piece of shit for 10 years, so y'all can go fuck yourselves. So we do have a Dominus Call, Imperial Seal, Grim Tutor, Diabolic Intent, Demonic Tutor, Insatiable Avarice, Vampiric, Profane, Tainted Pact, Worldly Tutor, Scheming Symmetry. And I didn't realize until recently that because of Cascade, cards can't technically have a zero casting cost. Or can't have no casting cost. If they have no casting cost, it's zero. Which means Profane Tutor is technically a zero casting card. So, if I somehow cascade down into it, I get to just search my library for a card, put it in my hand. I never knew this before. I had to figure this shit out. But you got your tutors. Staples. We have everything that isn't a sliver. So, this is going to be incredibly obvious jank stuff, but Intruder Alarm. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap step. Whenever a creature comes into play, untap all creatures. Slivers can tap for mana. Slivers can have haste. All of a sudden, your slivers cascade. You know what to do. You know what's happening. Elvish Chorus, Guardian Project. We need to make sure we keep stuff coming into our hand or playing. Burgeoning. Get a land whenever an opponent plays a land. See if we can't ramp ahead of time if you have a bad hand in this. Cryptolithic Rite. All your creatures are mana dorks. Food Chain, Exile, and add X mana of any one color where X is 1 plus exile creatures mana value. Spend to only cast creature spells. This did a lot of heavy lifting for me one game. Holy shit. Aura Shards. Because why wouldn't you run Aura Shards for any enchantments you're playing? Other people are going to have mana rocks and enchantments that are going to annoy the crap out of you. So get rid of them. Smothering Tithe is the last enchantment. And then we have some land fetch, some draw with Ancestral Vision, and the newest one from the newest Slivers Precon for the Ancestors, which, you know, getting to look at the top 6 cards, put all Slivers into your hand, put the rest in the bottom in any order with a flashback. Pretty good. One thing you always need to have in a Sliver deck that I recommend everybody run is just the Lords, because why would you not run the Lords? For anyone in case who doesn't know, Sliver Queen, 2 mana, pop out a 1/1 Sliver creature token. Easy enough to do. Sliver Hive Lord, your shit's indestructible. Good luck stopping me. Grave Mother, the new one, which gives your Slivers Encore and can give itself Encore. Interesting. I've only done it once. Sliver Overlord, search for Slivers, gain control of Slivers. I've seen a lot of people run this guy as the commander, which, you know, technically not bad. Not what I do. Sliver Legion, all Slivers get +1/+1 for each other Sliver. Coat of Arms for Slivers, but just Slivers. From there, you need to have your core main set. Tuck these guys to the side. These are slivers that are kill on sight. This is a PSA. How to stop sliver players. Kill these slivers. Kill these slivers on sight. Never let them have them. If I can have my slivers turn into mana dorks, or if my slivers can start going the second they drop, you're done. That's it. I will get to where I'm going. Heart Sliver, Cloud Shredder, Blur Sliver, Firewake Sliver. Destroy on sight. Gemhide, Manawef, destroy on sight. I tell everyone this. If you want to stop or slow it down a sliver player, destroy those slivers. Every time. Will they be upset? Yeah, because they want to do sliver things. Will you have a better chance at winning the game from the player sliver? Marginally, yes. Because if we're still left alone, we will still come up with a bunch of bullshit. And that's essentially what all this is. This is the bunch of bullshit. We don't want you, we want to tax you for targeting our stuff. Unsettled Mariner, Shapeshifter, Changeling. It is a sliver. Counter something unless they pay 1. So essentially ward 1. Diffusion Sliver, essentially ward 2. Pay 3 extra mana to target our stuff. If not, get lost. Crystalline Sliver. How about nothing can target any sliver whatsoever? Necrotic Sliver. That's a nice permanent you have. I'm going to pay 3 mana, sack a sliver, and destroy it. Because, no, you're not allowed to have it. Harmonic Sliver. Unlike Aura Shards is a May. Harmonic Sliver, you have to target something. And if you got a lot of mana rocks, or you got enchantments going down, guess what? Not anymore. Root Sliver. Can't be countered. Stop countering my stuff, blue players. I'm blue too, as you can see. I'm just the rainbow. Something I don't see people playing very often, Constricting Slivers, which lets you... No, what is it? It's essentially Banisher Priest, but for slivers. It's 6 casting, it's only a 3/3, but exiling stuff underneath slivers? I feel like more people need to play this. Sliver players especially. But this is also another kill on sight, because this will start picking apart your board very quick. There's a lot of things that are kill on sight. That is definitely one of them. Shadow Sliver, because I took out the unblocking one, because it costs more to cast, I believe. So Shadow Slivers, all my slivers have Shadow. Guess who marginally doesn't play Shadow anymore? Pretty much the entire Magic community. Nobody plays with Shadow, so Shadow, easy unblockable. As my slivers do, they go caca, and grow wings and start flying. Marginally, I've used these more for defense against other people running flying. Vigilance, you swing out. You have to be attacking. If you're a sliver player and you're trying to combo and do stuff, you're still going to have to attack unless you're doing some really weird jank. I'm going to punch you in the face with a bunch of slivers. It's going to happen. Gain life. Lifelink, gain life from damage done. A very funny one. I still don't see a lot of people running, and it's another kill on sight. Thorncaster Sliver. Sliver creatures you have. When this creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Kill on sight. I don't need to attack you and pay attacks for each attacking creature if I can attack someone else and shift 40 damage your way. As long as I can target you, I can kill you. I don't necessarily have to attack you. Kill on sight. This has gotten me so many games because people have left me alone. I've had enough slivers that I can just swing and just pick so many people out. It's like kill on sight. Kill on sight. All the kills on sights. Like if you're not killing these on sight, I can't help you. Regenerate. Because why wouldn't you want free regeneration on a stick for tapping a sliver? Instant speed slivers, because why don't you want to do that? Pay 2 life, return sliver to hand. Kill on sight. If we are allowed to start recasting slivers, that's gonna be pretty bad. It is a very good utility sliver. Kill on sight. Hatchery Sliver, one of the new ones. I've only gotten to play with it a little time, but each sliver has replicate cost equal to its mana cost. I've done some funny stuff with this. I don't want to say kill on sight, but it can get really dirty really quick, especially if they're already in the combo. Dreadscape Sliver, kill on sight. This gives all sliver creatures in your graveyard unearth for 2 generic mana. It has unearth for 2 generic mana. Kill on sight. It'll only take me 1 turn of swinging everything to kill everyone at the table. Kill it, make sure it stays dead. If it comes back, kill it again. Because you can only unearth as a sorcery. You can't do it in instant speed. Kill on sight. Lazotep Sliver. I just find I get to make a Sliver army, essentially, kind of funny. But also Sliver creatures have Afflict 2, to which, if it becomes blocked, they lose 2 life. I kind of get to do damage no matter what. Dormant Sliver. I've only added this one because card draw. I've been lacking in card draw, even though I can Cascade. I don't often get to keep the first Sliver out. So, card draw, sack this to base all Sliver. Speaking of base all Sliver, sack it to base all Sliver and just, start getting to attack again. And base all Sliver, sack any Sliver for 2 black mana, which combos very well with Dreadscape Sliver and Dormant Sliver. These are all very good pieces of mechanics for Sliver players. Kill on sight. Homing Sliver. Kill on sight. Each Sliver card in each player's hand has Sliver cycling 3. 3 mana. Discard this Sliver. Go look for another Sliver. Kill on sight. Mnemonic Sliver. Again, I've just been lacking in card draw, so Sliver's having to sack this creature, draw a card. If for some reason the War of Attrition is really strong, I need card draw, I will sack my Slivers. Make no mistake. And because I've seen very, very, very few people run these boys, and I don't know why, Universal Automaton and Metallic Sliver. 1 mana, 1/1 Slivers. Well, Changeling, but 1 mana, 1/1 Slivers is highly underrated. I don't know why more people are not running this, because this could be a 1 mana mana dork. This could be a 1 mana giant go fuck yourself. This could be a 1 mana exile something. Like the drop this for 1 mana, tap it for 1 mana through Necrotic Sliver, sacrifice it. It's a 1 mana 1/1 Sliver. Who cares? But in the terms of the overall, just paying 1 of any mana to get something out that is a Sliver has been highly underrated. People need to run more of them if you're running Slivers. But also just the fact Universal Automaton is a 1 mana 1/1 anything. Anything. This boy can be anything. He's Changeling. He's anything and everything. It's hilarious. People don't run it. I don't know why. Gambling. The first Sliver. First Sliver has Cascade. Sliver spells you cast have Cascade. Why? Because gambling. I don't want to always initially win off the hop. I want everyone to have a chance. Though eventually I will get there. It will not take me long. Do not forget the kill on sights. I'm giving this to the internet now. YouTube, if you watch this. Kill on sight. I've told everybody, I've told you, it's now out in the world. Kill on sight those Slivers all the time, every time. Sliver players will know why. Will they be happy? No, we're never happy when we lose key mechanics. But if they've been playing Slivers long enough and understand that Slivers is always a problem because of what Slivers can do, you kill on sight. The mana base. Well, this is going to look really silly, but again, it's one of those things that you have to understand that this deck has been 10 years in the making, so I've had a lot of time to go through this mana base with a fine-tooth comb to really weed out exactly what I need to get the rainbow by turn 5. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, so I'm going to get these ones out of the way because they're proxied out for other lands. Boop, boop. So these are proxy filter lands, which I can't remember where I got them from, not off the top of my head. But it's a set of 10 because I have the pathways, the secret layer pathways. They look really nice, really fancy. Having these modal lands has been incredibly amazing. I can honestly say that being able to pick and choose what you want out of what they can provide has definitely helped me get to the 5 colors I need. Are they the best option? No, because these are not basic lands. These are just lands. They're pathways, they're just lands. And there's a lot of nasty stuff out there that says non-basic lands get fucked. Triomes. I've included only every triome that produces green because I only care about making sure I have green all the time. The Zagos, the Tauras, Jetmirs, Sparas, Indatha, and Ketra all produce green. That's all you care about. You don't care about anything else because this is already going to have green, red, black, red, green, white, green, white, blue, green, white, black, green, red, blue, green, black, blue. Just run the green ones. You don't need anything else. You don't want to waste time waiting for land to untap. Same thing with Shocklands. Shocklands, I only run what produces green. Green, white, green, black, green, blue, green, red. I don't care about anything else. If it's not producing green, it is not effective to you. Fetch lands. I run all 10 fetch lands. And again, this has taken a while to get to, but all 10 fetch lands I would say is almost always a must. When in doubt, you can always just run anything that fetches green because green is all you care about. Because if you're not getting green on the table to cast your mana dorks, then I don't know what you're doing. Everything else is nice, especially for the triomes, because then you can mana fix a little harder, but green. It's not hard. Reflecting Pool. What is it? Unclaimed Territory, and what was it? Secluded Graveyard, Sliver Hive. Essentially, those are all Sliver Hives, so this just makes it so Slivers are uncounterable with Cavern Souls. But Unclaimed Territory, Secluded Courtyard. Command Tower, always. Command Beacon, because once my first Sliver gets killed way too many times, I'm just going to put that bitch to my hand. Why? Because screw the rest of you. I want to continue playing the game as well. And I'm going to try. Reflecting Pool. This is from Conspiracy, which has been very far back, and that's when I believe they were not first reprinted, but one of the newest reprintings of them. Damn if you can't find some now, but I don't think they're too overly expensive, but don't quote me on that. And Thran Quarry, one that I found real interesting. At the end of each turn, if you control no creatures, sacrifice Thran Quarry, but tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. In a very creature-heavy deck, odds are you're going to have creatures. Odds are you're going to get board wipe too, but odds are you should have creatures, so you should almost always have a land that taps for any color mana. It is a risk-reward. Please do not forget the slivers I told you to kill on sight. I feel like it's not breaking the Magician's Code letting you know this, because everyone always has a hard time with slivers. And it's usually the fact no one understands the key things sliver players need. Because they're always questioning, what's that one do? What's that one do? Everything else is moot. Unless we have mana and haste. Mana and haste. The second we have those, we're going. The second we don't have those, we are waiting. That's all I got. That is the Sliver deck. The one that everybody hates. But I love it.